Every evening at exactly 7 o'clock, Eleanor walked slowly across the wooden floor to the front window. She struck a match and lit one single white candle. The flame danced for a few seconds, then became still, calm, patient, unwavering. The whole street seemed to know this ritual. Neighbours passing by would glance at the warm glow in her window. Her daughter noticed it for years. Even the old grey cat that sat on the garden wall every evening watched the flame with quiet fascination. But no one ever asked why, and Eleanor never offered an explanation. Eleanor was 73 years old. She lived alone in a small house with a faded blue door at the very end of a quiet street. The garden was full of roses that hadn't been properly trimmed in years. They grew freely, beautiful, and a little wild. Inside the house, time seemed to move more slowly. Everything was neat, clean, and in its proper place. The same teacup with the tiny chip on the handle, the same armchair by the window, the same books on the shelf. To the outside world, Eleanor looked like a woman who had made peace with life, calm, graceful, and content in her solitude. But behind that peaceful appearance lived a quiet, unspoken sadness, and only one candle knew the full story. Every Sunday afternoon, her daughter Susan came to visit. They would drink tea, talk about everyday things, and sit in comfortable silence. But one Sunday, something was different. Susan had carried this question in her heart for many years. As they sat at the old kitchen table, she finally found the courage to speak. She placed her cup down gently. Eleanor looked down at her hands, then out toward the garden. The clock on the wall ticked softly, filling the silence between them. "Not for him," Eleanor finally whispered. "When your father left, he didn't just leave me. He took someone with him. He took her, the woman I used to be. Back then, I laughed more easily. I sang while cooking. I left the doors open because I trusted life. I wasn't afraid of anything. But when he walked away, that woman left too. She disappeared quietly, without saying goodbye. I've been lighting this candle every evening at 7 o'clock. Not for him. I light it for her, so she knows the window is still open." That evening, Susan didn't leave. For the first time in many years, she stayed to help her mother cook dinner. They made simple vegetable soup, fresh bread, and tea with honey, the kitchen filled with warmth and the gentle sound of quiet conversation. When the clock struck 7, Eleanor stood up as she always did. Susan stood up with her. Together, mother and daughter walked to the window. 2 generations, 2 different kinds of silence. The old grey cat sat on the garden wall, watching them both. For the first time in 41 years, Eleanor was not alone when she lit the candle. In the gentle flickering light of that small flame, something long frozen inside Eleanor began to melt. Something that had been closed for more than 4 decades started to open again, slowly, carefully, almost shyly. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet, deep, and incredibly tender. If your mind is still a little busy tonight, that is all right. You don't have to fix anything right now. Just let the quiet be here with you. The morning will come. It always does. Thank you for being here with me. It means everything. Sweet dreams.